Here from Instant Effects. We are live on Facebook, we're live on Instagram, and we're also live on YouTube. How exciting! So hello to everybody that's joining us live. Lovely to have your company. And also hello if you're watching this after the live has finished, because that might be that you're watching it at a later date, but it's lovely that you're tuning in anyway. So let me just start by introducing myself. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Hayley Sparkes, and I have been in the beauty industry for over 12 years now. I'm a qualified makeup artist and TV beauty expert, and I'm the former beauty expert at ITV This Morning, and I've worked in the UK and internationally for years for all sorts of different beauty and makeup brands, and I am so thrilled to be working as ambassador for Instant Effects because of all the products I've tried over the years. This is the range that I choose to use on my skin, and also the range that has made the most difference to me and my skin as well. But today I'm just going to talk through a little bit about some tips for looking after our skin in the sun in this time of year, at this time of year when finally we've got some sunshine. There are some things that we can do to help protect ourselves, and also different ways that we can alter our skincare regime that you might not have thought about, which is going to help your skin be radiant, be hydrated, help with anti-aging, preventing those dreaded signs of aging. Lots of little small changes that you might want to make that could make a big difference to your skin, because environmental factors and sun exposures are responsible for 80% of the aging that we go through. So you can imagine that if you can limit some of that damage, if you can protect your skin, then obviously you can see the statistics there going to have a huge impact on how well that your skin looks, how you preserve your skin for the future. So I hope you will enjoy some of my tips and tricks today. So starting off with my first tip would be adapt your makeup regime for the summer months, or any time that you are going to be in the sun, because some of us, we get that winter sun, don't we, on our holidays when we go away. So it's always best to swap to lighter makeup in the summer, because we're sweating a lot more. It can clog the pores, it can cause breakouts, potentially skin irritations, and lots of problems. So we don't want too much excess oil. So if you are somebody that's ever tried like a mineral based makeup, or maybe a BB cream that's a lot lighter, a tinted moisturizer can be a really nice option, just to sort of like mattify the skin with powder based products, mineral based products, but avoid anything that's too oily and too heavy in the summer months. I think it's a really nice, youthful look to actually go a little bit lighter and fresher with your makeup in the summer. So your skin's going to be able to breathe through the makeup. It's going to look really fresh and summery, and hopefully it will help counteract some of those problems that I mentioned before. We're going to talk about sun protection, which I know everybody is aware, or should be aware. I think we all are aware, aren't we? That is so important to have sun protection. It goes without saying. But I think what a lot of people don't necessarily realise, and clients I've worked with have said, well, I have SPF in my makeup, factor 15 or whatever, so it's fine. Not actually going to do anything. So we'll talk a little bit later on about the amounts and how to know how much you should use for your sun protection, because I think a lot of us don't realise the amounts that we should be using, and actually how much we need to reapply our sun protection factor to fully actually protect our skin from the sun. So I'm just going to talk you through the difference between UVA and UVB. Okay, so your UVA, that's responsible for the dark spots, that dreaded pigmentation. I definitely suffer with it when I was younger, stupidly in my early years, my late teens, early 20s, when I wasn't educated in the beauty world. I sunbathed without sun protection, and I have been paying the price. So it's the biggest tip to keep your face at the very least out of the sun to prevent those age spots and pigmentation coming through. UVA also affects the elasticity in our skin. So that can obviously lead to the skin sort of drooping down over time, not being as firm and tight. So it's actually breaking that down. And of course, the UVA penetrates deep into the epidermis and can increase our risk of developing skin cancer. So that's UVA. Then UVB, so this is what actually causes the sunburn, which is our skin's reaction is trying to protect itself from those harmful rays. And that's obviously when we get the burning and we get the reddening, which not only is painful, but of course, overexposure to the sun can lead to blisters. And of course, it can even leads to really serious problems, hospital admissions, all sorts. And of course, every time you burn, you are increasing your chance of developing skin cancer in the future. So we don't want that. So it's so important that when you're using skincare on your face and your body, that you make sure that you have one which has UVA and UVB protection. So you may have seen the little stars. If it's got lots of stars on the bottle, that's showing you that you get the full spectrum protection that you need. So that's my top tip. Make sure you've got stars on the packaging and you've got that full spectrum protection. So think about the shade. Think about using shade to protect yourself. You know, whether you can put umbrellas up or whether you can even be under a tree for a bit, or even if you've got your sun cream on. For me, I would always keep my face in the shade now, always. I'll quite happily have a little tan with sun cream on my legs if I'm fully lotioned up, but I always keep my face completely out of the sun, so that would always be in the shade, and then I just tan the rest of my body. Obviously, you can use your clothing to protect your skin as well, with long sleeves covering up your back. If you're going for a walk and you might get prone to, sort of those hard to reach places, then you can think about that. And if you can, avoid the sun between 12 and 3, because that's the hottest time. They say mad dogs and Englishmen go out in the midday sun. So I think we are a little bit fall into that category. But I wanted to just talk you through the products that I use from the range. First up, we've got our AM Energizer Cream, which has got the full spectrum UVA and UVB protection. So this is protecting against daily damage. It's improving your skin's natural barrier. It's deeply hydrating, helping to keep that skin really supple. It actually increases the luminosity in your skin on average by 8% in half an hour, which is quite incredible. So to get that youthful glow back to the skin, just to compare that to a course of laser treatments, you could expect on average your luminosity to increase by about 9% after a course of laser treatments. Very costly, very expensive. But with this amazing cream, you get that luminosity in half an hour. It obviously builds over time. It's really lovely because it's not greasy. I talked before about changing your makeup. Obviously, you want to avoid anything that's too greasy, too heavy in the summer, which goes for your products, like especially during the day. This is like a really lovely, light textured, beautiful product that just seeps into the skin, and it primes the skin beautifully for makeup as well. So you find that your makeup just goes on absolutely more flawlessly, and your skin will be 25% more hydrated even after 24 hours with just one application. And just to let you know, should have told you this from the start, all Instant Effects products have 25% off for the month of August. So that's really, really exciting. So you can get that amazing discount. So that's something that you can do to support your skin with that UVA, that UVB protection, the deep hydration, and also helping to prevent age spots and helping to decrease the pigmentation that you may already have, helping to boost that radiance and that suppleness, and helping to decrease fine lines and wrinkles. And then when it comes to a night cream, I use PM. Just time where I put the PM. This is what the box looks like. So a lot of people might say, oh, well, why do I need to use a night cream and a day cream? At night time, this is when our skin does all the repair work. Okay, so as we sleep, our skin is repairing overnight. Okay, so it's really important. This is when we really treat the skin. So it's working deep overnight, actually, as we sleep. So just like the AM, this is the PM. Now, this does so much. Richard Mears, our founder, okay, has been creating products for over 25 years, all sorts of different brands, lots of A-list celebrities. He's made products, formulated products for them. And he said of everything he's ever created, if he had to pick one that he's most proud of, it would be the PM. And there was a waiting list of 5,000 when this was launched. You can read about it online. So there are 46 clinically proven anti-aging benefits in the PM. Let me just talk you through some of the facts and the figures. And to say that you also do get all this knowledge on the box as well, because it's all clinical trials and clinical studies. We couldn't put anything on the box if it wasn't backed by science. So I'll talk you through, because you'll get this when you get this home. So this improves skin barrier function and hydration in 12 hours. So keeping the skin hydrated inside and out is so vital during the summer months. This restores the youthful skin and reduces wrinkles by up to 64% in 6 weeks. And that's scientifically proven. So that's the average. So if you're looking for something to help with those lines and wrinkles, you can expect a reduction of up to 64%, which is pretty incredible. Delivers 2 times firmness to the skin in 1 hour and up to 3 times firmer skin in 6 weeks. We talked about the sun, those rays breaking down the elasticity in the skin. This is really going to help with that, to refirm the skin. And it contains the finest active ingredients at their optimal levels. This is like turning back the time on your skin, renewing the skin cells while you sleep. You wake up with smoother, more radiant skin, helping with pigmentation and dark spots. It's a bit of a wonder product, and it is charged with OX2 technology, which is patented to instant effects, and it works on the delivery of oxygen. So when we flood the skin and the body with natural oxygen, it brings the blood flow. So this is like your skin's best friend when it comes to the repair process, plumping out fine lines and wrinkles, helping renew the collagen production. So this is a specific technology that's patented to instant effects. But let's just move on, because I've got so many more tips I want to share with you with regards to keeping your skin looking great in the sun. So we've already covered the importance of sun protection, but let's have a little bit of a chat about SPF, your sun protection factor, and how we know how much we should be using. Okay, any idea? Now, be honest, I think most of you will probably, if you're being honest like me, you just put it on, slap it on, don't you? You just sort of put it on, rub it in, forget about it, not necessarily knowing if you've used the right amount. So to give you an indication of the kind of amount that you need, you're looking at a whole teaspoonful just for the face, okay, to get proper coverage. And that's why if you are relying on your moisturizer or your makeup that's got SPF in it, the amount would be so minimal, it's not going to give you anywhere near the protection that you need. So it really is important that you have a teaspoonful for your whole face, and of course your neck and the rest of your body. That's around the size of a golf ball. So another 6 teaspoons, what you're looking for the rest of your body. And just like be really careful, like don't forget your ears and like the neck and all those little places and like the back of the neck when you're walking around. I think we often forget those, don't we? Or often it might be like our toes or something like that that often gets burnt. So just make sure that you're being a little bit more generous. And it's really important that you need to reapply as well throughout the day. I've been so guilty of this, to be honest. I put it on in the morning, feel all like saintly that I've got my protection on from my AM cream, and then I'm not thinking about reapplying later in the day, especially if you're sweating, if you're going for walks, if you're swimming, if you've been using your towels, etc. It's really important to reapply for optimum protection. Okay. And then something else that we need to think about is our lips, and our lips actually can get sunburn. So, and you can actually get skin cancer like from the lips, on the lips. So it is actually really important that we use an SPF on our lips as well, and to keep them hydrated. So one of my favorite products of all time is the Instant Effects 3D Lip Plump. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll know, you watch any of my stories, I'm forever raving about this, because not only is this amazing, it offers 12 hours of hydration from just one application. If you like your lips with a little bit of volume, then this is the product for you, because on average, after using this, your lips will be 20% fuller in 2 minutes. Yes, in 2 minutes. There's no sting, there's no irritation. Let me just quickly show it to you. This is such a great one for all year round, but especially in the summer, because it's really, really hydrating. So it's just like a little pen, and you twist it and you would apply it like this. It goes on like a clear serum. No, there's no glossiness, no stickiness. It just feels like, I would say, like a hydrating lip balm. That's the texture. You put it on cleansed lips, and then you wait 2 minutes. I've used mine, so you can see just how plump and full, like 3D, my lips are. And 2 minutes later, it will plump up your lips. It will give you that 12 hours of hydration. It will help fill in any sort of lines. Like naturally, I've normally got quite lined lips, just naturally. And again, this is OX2 oxygen technology, plumping out the lips, filling them with natural oxygen and blood flow, and the results last for 4 days. So we really need to look after our lips in the sun, and this is a great product. So after 2 minutes, what you can do is you can just wipe it off, and then you can go in with your lipstick, your lip gloss, whatever you like to use, or you can leave it on as it is, and it just looks like a clear gloss. But it actually, because it's bringing all the blood to the surface of the lips, it actually will make your lips like your natural colour enhance. So for me, mine go nice and pink, whereas naturally my lips are quite fair, quite pale in colour. So depending on your ethnicity, your lips will develop in a certain way to be a little bit brighter, maybe a little bit more brown, like whatever your natural lip colour. It's beautiful. It really enhances it. So it's nice on its own, or you can wipe it off and put your makeup on over the top. So as I say, really important not to forget as well your SPF on your lips when you're out in the sun. So our eyes, let's talk about eyes. I get asked a lot about dark circles. Working as a makeup artist, this is one of the things that people absolutely worry about. And you know, we all suffer to some degree with dark circles around the eyes, puffiness, those laughter lines, crow's feet, however you want to describe them. So the skin around our eyes is actually as thin as an eggshell. It's the thinnest part of the skin on our face. So it's really important that we look after it, and of course we protect it in the sun. So wearing sunglasses is a great way to obviously protect that delicate eye area as much as you can. And of course, having your full spectrum SPF protection on as well, really, really vital. And trying to keep your face in the shade as much as you possibly can. But it's really important to look after that area as much as we can to help with the signs of aging, and to help rehydrate and really look after that area. So let me just tell you a little bit about, where are we? Our Instant Effects. Here we are. Triple Complex. Here we go. Eye lift serum, which has been shown to be up to 10 times more effective than conventional eye serums. And I found in my career, this is kind of a step a lot of women and men tend to miss. They might be really on point with the rest of their skincare regime, but they're not using an eye cream or an eye serum. Now, because of this skin being so delicate, you don't want to overload it with thick, heavy products. It's just too much. So you need something that's been designed to be a lot lighter because that can actually make the problem worse. So if you're using something really heavy around the eyes, you need to just avoid this eye area completely with the rest of your creams. They can work on the rest of your face, but stop around that area and use something lightweight like this. Okay, so this helps when it comes to defending against pollution, obviously the dehydration caused by the sun. Just kind of one pump when it comes to sizes of eye cream as well. Don't want to use too much. About the size of no more than a grain of rice for both eyes is completely sufficient for what you need. And you just want to tap it in around the orbital bone. So this helps diminish dark circles and puffiness. It provides long-lasting hydration, and it only takes about 5 minutes to absorb, and then you can apply your other products. Let me just see. I think I've got the box to show you. Oh, I have got the box to show you. Amazing before and afters, completely unretouched, everyday men and women. So do check them out on the website, on our Instagram. Wherever you can, website, Instagram, Facebook, some great places to see the before and afters, just to give you an indication of the kind of results that you can achieve. So let me talk you through the facts and figures. Again, clinically proven, that's why they're on the box. We couldn't state these facts and figures if they weren't backed by science and clinical trials. So this triple effects complex eyelid serum, its full name, reduces crow's feet by an average of 37% in the first 5 minutes. Okay, so sun damage, excess expressions that we all make, obviously age, we have those fine lines and wrinkles around the eyes. So imagine seeing them reduce by up to 37% on average in 5 minutes. This is what this product is clinically proven to do. It brightens dark circles and evens out the discoloration around the eye. So a lot of people don't understand dark circles. So because the skin is so thin, it's the stagnant blood that we see underneath. And genetically, some people are more prone to having the visible dark circles than others. So there's nothing to worry about. It's completely natural and normal. But obviously, if it does bother you, understandably, I'm sure you're interested to find out, like, what can you do? So with this OX2 technology, bringing the oxygen and the natural blood flow to the surface of the skin and the eyes, this gets the circulation going. So it's draining away that stagnant blood. And it is diminishing the puffiness around the eyes as well as helping diminish those fine lines. So do check out the before and afters pictures of real men and women, because they are pretty staggering. So really, really important to look after our eyes in the sun. Now, do you think about the backs of your hands? So hopefully, if you are doing everything correctly, and let's be honest, we all live busy lives, we put on the sun cream, we do our best, but we don't always have that much time to think about it, and we're often in a rush. But one of my top tips is, even when you're not sunbathing, if you're going out and about and you're just going for a walk, apply sunscreen to the back of your hands. The neck and the hands are the first signs to really show, the first areas on the body, to really show the signs of aging. So we always need to be putting our sun cream everywhere. Obviously, if you're fully clothed and you're still got your hands in the sun, exposed to the sun, just make sure you put that SPF on the back of your hands, because obviously those age spots, pigmentation, lack of elasticity, sort of when the skin gets quite crepey, a lot of that will be down to your sun damage. So really important to protect your hands as well. Let me just show you our beautiful hand serum. This is the hand super serum. So this offers 24 hours of hydration. So the difference between moisturization and hydration, you think of moisturization as in the equivalent of sitting in a bath of water. Hydration is drinking a glass of water. So this is giving you 24 hours of hydration after one application, even after you've washed your hands. So one pump on the back of your hands. I'm just going to mix it between the two, and then I'm going to rub it all in, and like really want to rub it as well, because it will help firm up the knuckle area, you know, where the skin can get a little bit baggy. And the results are visible in 3 minutes. So this reduces wrinkles by 21%. That's in the first 15 minutes. An 81% increase in firmness in 1 hour. And it also really increases the skin's luminosity. So let me show you the box. And again, we've got our great before and after. So firms the skin by an average of 125% in 1 hour, reduces wrinkle depth by an average of 1/4 in 15 minutes, significantly reduces the appearance of age spots. So, and it contains all these amazing active ingredients. So this is a great one. So if you have got sun damage on the back of your hands, if you haven't got the firmness that you would like, if you're struggling because they're feeling really dry, the sun has like obviously dehydrated everything, this is a lovely, lovely product to try. I absolutely recommend that. So that's amazing. So just move on to a few more tips. Again, I know it's an obvious one, but we really need to hydrate. So we really need to be drinking water. So you want to aim for between 4 and 8 litres a day. If you watch Love Island at the moment, to be fair, every time you see them, they're drinking water from their you know, they've got their names on the water bottles. But that's what you want to do. If it helps, just get yourself a water bottle, get yourself a pretty one, fill it up, and then make sure every day that you are sipping it, because it's so important. You're hydrating with all these amazing products, but you need to hydrate from the inside out. When it comes to having showers, not freezing cold showers, but lukewarm showers are going to help you to get rid of the toxins and the pollution. And something to think about is that we're applying our SPF. Hopefully we're using the right amount now on our face and our body, but they're designed to stick to the skin. So it's really important in the shower that we work hard, a little bit harder, like buffing it away from the skin, using one of those nice little shower scrunchies, really making sure that you get off all those chemicals and everything that you've put on in your SPF overnight. So when you shower, you must make sure that you get them all off. And also, it's so important to do the same with your cleansing to really help get rid of the SPF protection that you may have layered on throughout the day. You want to cleanse your skin really well at night. Again, that's going to help to prevent breakouts as well. So just take a little bit of extra care when it comes to cleansing and washing your body after you have used your sun protection, so you get everything off overnight if you shower in the evening. Okay, so we've talked about that. So hydrating moisturizer is going that we've talked about the AM and the PM, replenishing the natural oils, which can be affected by the water loss with the sun and the high temperatures. So we need to rehydrate the skin after sun exposure. If you are unfortunate and you do have any sort of sun damage, burns or anything, overexposure, any redness, aloe vera is your friend. If you can get the natural aloe vera plant, they sell them everywhere now. Cut off the slice the leaf, and you want to try and get kind of like the sort of gelish, fleshy part of the leaf out. Put it in the fridge for a little while, and then layer it on your skin, and that will really help to soothe any damage that might have accidentally been caused. Or of course, you can buy lots of products containing aloe vera, but if you can go for natural, then in my opinion, natural straight from the source is always best and more powerful. But aloe vera is really, really good at soothing areas of burnt skin. So we've talked about the lips, we've talked about the importance of staying hydrated. Just a few more tips I want to share with you. So when it comes to our diet, as well as being hydrated with water, it's really important to eat a variety of fruits and vegetables. With a high water content, they really are going to help rehydrate you. So for me, at the moment, I just bought some more today. I'm buying it fresh every day, and that is watermelon. such a high water content. It's so refreshing. And if you've got a bit of a sweet tooth like I have, and you fancy something naughty, just trust me, try a little bit of watermelon first. For me, it really quenches my thirst, and it takes away that sweet craving because it's so naturally sweet and delicious. But just a few other suggestions. Again, we're thinking about vitamin C, which is required for collagen production. It's responsible for the structure and the elasticity in the skin. We want fruits and vegetables packed full of antioxidants. So you can find those in all the berries and strawberries. They're so important, again, about protecting your skin from environmental damage. So this is what we want to look out for. So pineapples, oranges, berries, kiwis, strawberries, blueberries, mango, all real key ones. And of course your watermelon, your cucumber, really important to have them in your diet over the summer months. And then finally, my final tip would be to use a gentle natural scrub on your face and also your body as well, because we're all generating dead skin cells all the time. Our cells and skin cells are renewing all the time. So basically what happens if you don't ever remove them, like gently, with a little scrubbing motion with some natural scrub, they just sit there like a layer of just dead skin cells. You can't see them, but you might see like dry patches if you suffer with dry skin, but in general they're not necessarily even visible to the naked eye. But if your skin is looking dull, if it's looking dry, if it's looking a bit, tired, aged, if it's not looking very radiant, if it's not glowing, it could just be that you need to buff away those dead skin cells. It's really good for the circulation, gets the blood flowing. So what you'll find is when you get rid of the layer of dead skin cells on your face, especially, your products absorb better. Okay, so if you've ever, this is a really good experiment actually, if you burn a piece of toast and you have one piece of toast that isn't burnt, butter the burnt piece of toast, and what happens? The butter sits on top of the burnt toast, doesn't penetrate. So it's the same as your dead skin cells. Okay, think of that burnt toast as all these dead skin dead skin cells. There you go. That's the equivalent of the burn on top of your toast. And the butter is your beautiful products, your AM, your PM, your eye creams, serums, whatever it is that you use, just sitting there. And they need to penetrate to the deeper layers of your skin to actually work and do their job. So if it's kind of being blocked with all these wasted dead skin cells, can't work properly. So you think about your piece of toast without that layer of burnt, without that layer of dead skin cells, what happens? The butter soaks into the toast. So this is what we want. So that would be my tip. So you don't want to overdo it. You don't want to irritate the skin. You want to use something really natural. Maybe once a week, just get in the habit of exfoliating away those dead skin cells. So those are my top tips, and I really hope that you have enjoyed them. I just want to remind you that we have got 25% off at the moment, all the amazing Instant Effects products that I genuinely, hand on my heart, use every day on myself. They really have transformed my skin. They have helped decrease the pigmentation that I suffer with. Stupidly, when I was younger, sat in the sun and I didn't use the protection that I know is so vital now. And it really has helped to diminish those areas of pigmentation. It's added the radiance. My fine lines have really diminished. My skin overall is brighter, firmer, glowing. I swear by it, but you don't have to take my word for it. Like, read all the amazing reviews that we have online, the testimonials. But the best thing would be if you just try some of the products for yourself. I'm really, really confident that you will love them as much as I do. We also do offer Klarna as well. If you're new to Klarna, it's a system where you don't have to pay straight away. So you can make an order and then you don't actually get charged for another 30 days. So if you're waiting to get paid, but you want to buy something now whilst it's on offer, it's a really good method of being able to basically buy now and pay later. So that is available, 25% off. But we would love for you, if you're watching this on Facebook, maybe you're not following this on Instagram, please give us a follow at Instant Effects. You can find me and some of my testimonials and posts about Instant Effects at Hayley M Sparkes. We'd love for you to get in touch as well. We hope you've enjoyed the live. Let us know if you've got any skincare questions, any topics that you might like us to cover on a future live. We'd excuse me, we'd love to do that for you. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoy the rest of the summer. Stay safe, and I'll see you again next time. Thanks so much. Bye.